Hi there. Today we are talking Pilates and osteoporosis. So I'm going to teach you what to look for in your exercise routine, especially a Pilates routine, and what to avoid so that you don't get injured. Hi, my name's Gretchen, your virtual Pilates instructor, as well as founder of Balance to the Core. I'm here every week with a new video, so please be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell next to it to get notified whenever I have a new video. So before I go through anything, be sure to check with your doctor and make sure that the moves that you're doing are safe for you. That is your best bet, is work with a health professional, okay? The second thing I would recommend is working with a private instructor who works with people with low bone density. So make sure you're working with someone that knows what they're doing, has researched this, and will help you rather than hinder you. And if you don't have access to a private instructor, you can use the things that I'm going to teach you here to help modify exercises so that they're right for you. Pilates in general is a great program for you because we're building bone strength, and that's the number thing you want to do, because really your top goal is to prevent injury, to prevent falling. So you want to develop core strength to help with your balance, to help with your movement patterns, to help with your coordination, to help with just having control of your body and making sure your body is in alignment. There are very vulnerable areas to people with low bone density, such as the spinal column, the hips, and the wrists, that are prone to fracturing easily. So you want to be careful of the movement that you do there. When you do build your core strength, you're going to be able to sort of take the load off of those vulnerable areas where your core then takes most of the movement, and that's ultimately what you want. You also want to create healthy movement patterns in your body. If you do fracture your spine, what happens is you sort of get shorter, you get more compressed, and that sort of hunched over position, that hunchback, we want to prevent from happening. If you're walking into a traditional mat class, what's interesting is 75% of the exercises in traditional mat are actually not good for you. They actually contraindicate what you should be doing. So I'm going to go over that a little bit with you. But right now I want to tell you what is good for you. So what is good for you is anything in a lying down position on your stomach. So when you're lying down in a prone position on your stomach, you're going to be working your back muscles, you're going to be working your core muscles in an extensive way. So anything in extension is really good for you. You actually want to strengthen your spine in that extension of lifting up your back from us lying down on your stomach position. Also, anything side lying. So our side leg kick series is so good for you because you're going to be strengthening your hip muscles while working your core muscles in a side lying position. So you're keeping your pelvis aligned with your body, strengthening the muscles that are attached to the bones, as well as strengthening the bones themselves. The number one movement you should be avoiding is anything in forward flexion. So not good for you. So this goes from anything on lying down on your back and lifting your head up into flexion. This can be anywhere where you're seated upright and you're rolling back and forth onto your spine in a loaded flexion. So you want to be really, really, really careful going into sort of a general traditional mat class. So you can do things to modify. For instance, let me show you. When you're lying down on your back and the instructor calls for you to lift your head, neck, and shoulders, just don't lift your head, neck, and shoulders. You can work so much in this position just by holding neutral, pulling your ribs in, pulling your shoulders down, feeling the alignment, electricity out of your fingertips, palms pressing down, neutral alignment with your legs. So much to think about. Now, if you're doing the ab series, you can lift those legs up and work the series on your back. Just focusing on anchoring the belly into the spine. And you're just working the hip joint, pulling the belly in, holding your alignment, squeezing the backs of your legs, everything there working. You don't have to come here to do it, okay? Anything that rolls on the spine, just don't do it. Do something more in your range of motion. So if I come up to a seated position, you know, there's rolling like a ball here. Instead of rolling on the spine, work on holding a good posture. And then maybe just little low belly flexion and then come back up. So I'm just working my pelvic floor, I'm drawing my low belly into my spine, pulling my waistband back and coming up. I'm not doing full flexion where I'm putting pressure onto my spine, but I am working my deep low core muscles. For spine stretch forward, where you're in this position and you're loading your spine forward. Just focus on the alignment here. The setup of the spine stretch forward is enough to work you. Where all 10 toes are pulling to your chest, you're reaching through your heels, you're drawing your low belly in, your ribs in, and then you're trying to lift as tall as you can without popping forward, without being in a flexed position, really just staying tall. And that's a lot of work right there, working your alignment, breathing in this position, engaging the belly into the spine and trying to get taller from the belly. So there's fun things you can do just by working your alignment and working sort of the start position of a lot of the exercises. You also want to be careful of side bending and twisting the spine, especially twisting the spine in flexion. So anything that does that, do not do, such as the saw, anything with crisscross, stay away from. So, crisscross is this one, where you're working your obliques. Don't even go there. The saw is this one, where you rotate and flex. No. All right. So when it comes time for those exercises, do something just in your range of motions. So if you want to twist along with everyone, you can still do the twist. You can still hold the saw position with your legs out, holding your alignment. Or, bring your legs in and work just a small little twist. From here, what I'm doing is I'm not in my back so much as I'm in my oblique muscles. My oblique muscles just move my spine a little bit, and my hips and pelvis don't move. If I go too much into it, then it wraps up my spinal column, and that's when I want to be weary of, because you can hear a little snap or crackle pop, and you want to stay clear of that, okay? Anything inside bending, as we reach over, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the spine as well. So what you want to do is actually focus more on the elongation. So drawing your belly in and really elongating the spine, reaching up and giving yourself just a small little side bend. And I feel crazy obliques here. I'm working my belly power and I'm still getting a stretch here, which we want. We want to really stretch the side of our abs and then come back up other way. Reach it up, crown of the head as the pelvis pushes down. Feel that opposition and elongation and stretch over as my shoulders stay down. So I'm working my back muscles as well. Come on up and bring it on down. So the important thing is, in each exercise, you want to feel your belly the most. You want to be building those core muscles. You want to feel the shoulders sliding along the back muscles and staying in alignment there, so you can build your whole torso really nice and strong, so that your movement pattern becomes a little bit more efficient. Again, your number one goal is to prevent falling, prevent injury, right? So we want to keep the core strong. We want to keep you moving in a healthy way, in a healthy movement pattern, okay? Stay clear of the forward flexion. Don't even try it. Extension, side leg work, all of that is fabulous for you. Be careful of the twisting and side bending. Go into a very, very small range of motion. And again, talk with your health professional about this first before you even take on a program. Anytime you have something going on in your body, health related, you want to be really careful going into a mass general class, because the teacher isn't looking out for your best interest at that point, because they don't know you personally and everything that you need. Whereas if you were working personally with someone, they would help you more with what you individually need. You walk into a class with lots of people and you don't know the instructor yet, the instructor doesn't know you. You want to really be careful and do movement that's healthy for you. So I hope this is helpful for you. I hope it just makes you a little bit more aware of what you need when you go into a class setting, especially with Pilates, okay? Now, in traditional Pilates, we do things standing up as well. So at the end of the class, I will do standing series, and that's fine for you. That's actually great for you. Just don't do anything that's like a roll down, like a forward flexion. But most of the stuff that I do standing is just working the legs with a neutral spine and working the arms with a neutral spine. So really good stuff for you. All right. So I hope you like this video. If you would love to be part of my tribe, go to GretchenMcCarthy.com, place your name, email address there, hit submit, and you will get lots of fun goodies from me. I would love to have you part of the group. And again, thanks so much for being here. I will see you again next week with a new video. Take care.